11th to 13th September, we'll be serving Onam Sadya at our restaurant SurFiré, the Coastal Café. People have been asking me, what is Onam and what is a Sadya? Let me tell you in very short what Onam is. Once upon a time, there was this very powerful king called Mahavali. In Kerala, they call him Maveli. He used to rule the earth, and he was also known as a very pious and generous man. He would never refuse somebody who came to him asking for alms. Slowly and slowly, this king got so powerful that he even attacked the heavens, and the gods were forced to flee. In despair, they went to Lord Vishnu and asked him, "Please help us get our kingdom back." Lord Vishnu took the form of a dwarf and a Brahmin, and he went to King Mahavali and he said, "Please give me alms." The king said, "What do you want?" He said, "I want the ground that 3 of my paces will cover." Everybody in the kingdom started laughing. They said, "How much ground can you cover with 3 steps? But the king said, "No problem. If that is what you wish, that is what I will give you." The moment he made that promise, the dwarf grew and grew and grew to a huge size. 1 of his steps covered the entire earth, and the 2nd step covered the heavens. And then the dwarf smiled and asked the king, "Where do I put my 3rd step?" People with the king got very scared. They said, "Oh king, take your promise back, because this obviously is no ordinary dwarf." The king said, "No, I value my word. Once I have made a promise, I will honor it." He then looked at the dwarf and said, "You can put the 3rd step on my head. This is all that I have left." Hearing this, Lord Vishnu was very happy, and he showed himself in his true form. And he said, "Before I do that, I would like to grant you a boon. What would you like?" The king said, "I love my subjects and they love me. I would like to come back and spend time with them sometimes." Lord Vishnu said, "Because of your commitment and your honor, you will anyway rule over Patalaloka as long as you shall live. But yes, every year, once you can come back and be with your beloved subjects." The day that King Mahavali comes back and spends this day with his subjects is the day that we call Onam. And this is the day that people eat Sadya. So in the story, after granting the boon, Lord Vishnu puts his foot on King Bali's head and sends him to Patal, where he rules forever. So, what is a Sadya? A Sadya is a completely vegetarian meal that comprises of fried snacks, pickles, chutneys, curries, dry items, fruits and payasams. We will talk more about that later. But just one question. How do you greet people on Onam Day? Greetings in Malayalam is Ashamsagal. So you can say Onam Ashamsagal. Or in short, you can say Onashamsagal.